Fala rapaziada, beleza? Tudo certo com vocês? Quem falar com vocês? Arrumei galera, sim, estamos direto aqui para mais um vídeo do Horizon Forbidden West. Ó, a musiquinha tá, ó, tensa por quê, galera? Vou mostrar pra vocês, a gente tá aqui, ó, na arena, a gente acabou de enfrentar a cobra maluca lá. E vamos ter que ir ali, procurar o E-carro. Eu acho que a minazinha já pegou ele, mas tudo bem, vamos lá. Bom, a gente pegou o que podia aqui. Vamos subir aqui, né? Procurar. Tem alguém aqui? Tem um negócio aqui. Ah, tá. Vamos lá. Toma. Me dá. Ah, onde que eu tô? Aqui. Beleza. Eita, vai cair a nave em cima dele. Caraca, a Aloy é forte pra diabo, né? Ô, Tina Turner, do Mad Max.
This isn't finished. I'll be back with everything I have. And all who stand with Hakaro will be run red.
Ah, tá tirando, minha filha. Não bem.
Attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished with Aloy. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now.
Tá bem, né?
And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
Caraca, tava atrás do trono, velho. Esse tempo todo. Ah, não. Entendi. É a entrada. Beleza. A gente já viu já, né? Acho que já. Tem mais algum item aqui perdido por aqui? Já vi isso aqui também, né? Bom, galera, então acho que a gente já viu tudo aqui. Vamos descer então. Deixa eu ver o negócio aqui, peraí. Tem alguma coisa pra falar aqui, meu amigo?
The marshals are securing the arena.
Tá bom, então não, nem posso ir ali agora. Então vamos descer mesmo. Bora lá. Deve ser algum puzzle aqui, né?
What was this place?
Bom, o bagulho já tá aqui já. Bom, mas tem uma parada ali, ó. Tem um diário aqui, ó, beleza? Que coisa vocês dão uma pausinha pra dar uma lida. Beleza? Pera aí.
There. That console.
Deixa eu dar uma olhadinha aqui antes, né? Não parece ter nada aqui. Acho que é só isso mesmo. Aqui eu já vi já, né? Bom, beleza, vamos lá, galera. Vou pegar o ETER.
Come on, Ether. Time to go home. Yes. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
Boa.
Now to get this back to Gaia.
Então, vamos ver. Valeu. Olha que legal. A gente vai ficar sabendo a história toda? Vamos ver.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hakaro.
More testimony of the old ones.
Legal.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Ó, presidente. Presida.
Reporting for duty, Commander.
Tá vendo o tempo ali.
Coming with you.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Vai dar
Go to the mountains,
bagulho
west
pra
of
ele, né?
Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A
Vai
friend
dar
of
foco pra
yours.
ela, não? Pra ele, não?
Should be interesting.
Contato, sei lá, amigo, né? Uma amiga, na verdade. Beleza.
Alright, I need to get ETER back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms too. Might be worth checking out.
É lógico que eu vou conferir. Tá maluco?
My strength is yours. Guided by the ten.
Vou olhar todos os hologramas agora.
May your blaze be bright.
Aqui, ó. Vamos ver.
Join JTF-10 for a covert operation deep within the rainforest.
Vamos ver.
Whether at home or abroad, JTF-10 protected assets critical to the insurrection. Deep in the jungle, concealed by mud and darkness, they laid their traps for their enemies.
Interessante. Beleza. Então aqui a gente já foi, certo?
Marshals rise. Honor.
Vai ter
May we
outro
all
aqui.
fight with your skill, Outlander.
É nóis.
Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert.
Vamos ver.
JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert. Where others feared the Mojave's raging sandstorms, JTF soldiers used them for cover, crippling enemy supply lines.
Tá, é tipo uma empresa privada de militar, né?
JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone. Trained to outlast,
Good day.
conditioned for any climate.
Your honor is
JTF-10 were elite defenders in even the most remote mountain landscapes.
Tá bom.
This will be a test.
Aloy,
Calma aí.
Out in the
Alert,
field or
if you will.
relaxing at base, Joint Task Force 10 acted as one. Led by Colonel Edward de la Hoya, their bodies and weapons were always honed for battle. Meals, ink, bruises. These daredevils of the
Aloy.
sky shared it all.
do you have a moment?
Ah, por isso que eles fazem as tatuagens, vocês viram?
Shame. What I'd give to fly on the wings of the ten.
Eles fazem as tatuagens porque eles aprenderam lá com os malucos lá, que eles compartilhavam as experiências deles lá na pele, né? Interessante. Gostei. Bom, vamos falar com a Deca. Copias e decorações. Ó,
Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor,
diga.
a personal one. My grandson, Cavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No. He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hikaru cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Cavo is the last of my blood.
Perguntar aqui, vai.
What made Kavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Kavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
Entendi.
You said
Ah,
Kavo's
esqueci
your
de...
last living relative?
Droga.
Yes. Before Chief Ikaro, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Kavo from following the trail of blood.
Tá bom.
So if Kavo didn't listen to you when he joined the rebels, what makes you think he will now?
Kavo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But he must have experienced the suffering it brings by now. He will listen. He must.
Tá bom.
I just have to find him before it's too late.
Deixa comigo.
If Kavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hikaru let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try.
Beleza.
I'll help you find your grandson, if I can. Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Kavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Kavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
Eu te encontro lá.
I have some other things to take care of first. I can meet you there.
I'll wait for you on the hill crest southeast of the grove. We'll make our way to the outpost from there. Until then...
Deixa eu primeiro finalizar essa missão, né, minha querida? Depois eu te ajudo. Beleza. Missão secundária. Bom, galera, vamos sair daqui então. Vamos lá para a fogueira e vamos lá para nossa base. Beleza. Vou dar uma salvada aqui. Viagem rápida. Vamos lá para nossa base. Aqui consigo isso. Beleza. Boa. Bora. Porra, sério que é aqui? Acho que eu tenho que ir, não? Podia já ir lá pra dentro, né? Mas beleza, ó. Entramos na base.
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something.
Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Esses dois aí. Nem vem com essa aí não, vem me olhando aqui não, viu, meu querido? Vai fora. Bom, depois a gente troca uma ideia com eles. Vamos ir finalizar nossa missão aqui com a Gaia. A gente já finaliza.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Ixi, Maria, vai ter um monte de fala, hein? Já deu 20 e poucos minutos, galera. Beleza.
So,
troféuzinho.
What did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates.
Hello.
Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Pergunta direita.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there.
Alguém tá querendo atrair ela pra lá, né?
Someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
É bem provável isso, hein?
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Entendi. Tá bom.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Não vou dar upgrade nenhum, não. Beleza, galera. Terminamos aí a Kurut. Tem mais alguma coisa pra falar com a Gaia? 12.000 de XP. Gostei. Subimos de level, né? Liberamos uma nova missão principal. Boa. Level 21. Estamos com 13 pontos de habilidades, galera. Beleza, deixa eu falar com a Gaia aqui. Vamos ver se ela tem falado alguma coisa.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Erend to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help.
Desculpa aí, galera.
Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
Nossa, deixa eu perguntar o progresso dela.
How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts. I may be able to assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be.
Vai dar braço mecânico pra ele?
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it.
Isso aí.
Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus, after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple.
Nossa, o bicho é
Amongst a
brutamonte,
number
né?
of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
Já perguntamos tudo isso aqui já, não?
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that ETER at work?
Yes. Thanks to ETHER's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Tá, eu vou fazer o seguinte. Eu vou pausar o vídeo por aqui, porque já tá dando meia horinha aí. Eu espero que você tenha curtido. Se você curtiu o vídeo e não tiver inscrito, se inscreve aí no canal, beleza? Deixa o like que ajuda bastante, tá bom? Então é isso, gente. Eu vou ficando por aqui. Valeu, um beijo, eu fui.